Hi, this is Amelia again, and this is just kind of checking in on my weight loss journey. I had the gastric sleeve surgery done Friday, the 13th of October. Today is the following Monday, the 16th. So that makes me Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 days post-op today. I ended up having to stay 2 nights in the hospital instead of one, which is like I thought that I was just going to spend one. But I kept throwing up essentially. So everyone at the hospital, let's just start with my journey, okay? Everyone at the hospital was very, very kind. I had it done at Vanderbilt in Nashville, Tennessee, which is known as a top quality medical center. And everybody that I've encountered, and I'm talking about I met probably 12 people before I ever went to the OR, was just super nice, super caring. I was nervous, and so they gave me something just to kind of calm my nerves while I was being wheeled from my room or in the holding area, which was a room, to the OR. I still remember everything though, but it did help. And I remember them putting, the mask on my face, and they were like rubbing my arm, telling me it's going to be okay. And that's the last thing I remember. And I woke up in recovery with a very nice nurse, and she was really happy, and she was trying to talk to me, and I realized that her job was to keep me awake, and all I kept thinking is lady, please be quiet and let me go to sleep. But I know that was like her job was to wake me up. I was sore immediately in my stomach from waking up, but that was to be expected, so fine. She did show me that I was wearing a binder, and that I could take it off if I wanted to, but a lot of people felt like it helped. I feel like it helped. It's uncomfortable when I'm laying down in it, I'm not gonna lie, but it does really help whenever I'm getting up or when I'm walking, because when I walk, it's like gravity pulls my stomach, and my stomach moves up and down when I walk. And that's something you're not usually aware of, but when you've got scars on your belly, yeah, you're aware of it. Of course, I had the gas pain, and I think the gas is what was making me nauseous and making me throw up. Because I didn't really have any issues drinking. I know some people talk about how, that they can't even get a sip of water down. Sorry about that. That is spam. They can't even get a sip of water down, but that was not me. They were giving me little medicine cups full of water, and I was able to get those down. I think I did eat like maybe half a cup of Jell-O the first night, my full Jell-O the next day, but I was still vomiting. I don't really know what I was vomiting up. I'll be honest with you, it kind of looked like silly putty, it tasted like silly putty, because I kept thinking, am I throwing up glue? Because that's what I kept thinking I was throwing up. But all it is that I was tasting like the carbon dioxide that they use to blow you up, which I know is so gross, but I would rather be perfectly honest about what to expect. And you might not experience any of this. Hope you don't. But because I was still nauseous and throwing up, they did make me stay another night just to be safe. And by the next morning, they had moved me into a room, and by the next morning, I had not gotten sick again. I remember, though, at 4 a.m., I was awakened by, like, this huge gas rumble coming up, and, like, my mouth started watering like crazy, like it does when you're gonna throw up. But I didn't actually throw up, so I walked and walked as much as I could. I remember only one time that very following day of the procedure. So one day post-op, I was walking, and I remember just bursting into tears in the hallway because it hurt so bad. The gas pain hurt so bad. The nausea hurt so bad. The scars, like the gas pain was like it was pushing against my scars. and it was not like a C-section. I've had 2 C-sections. One was a decent, okay C-section. My first one was awful. I'm still going to categorize that as the worst thing I've ever been through, but it's very different. I thought it would be the same. I guess because I've had endometrial ablation before, so I have been blown up before, and I have had laparoscopic surgery done before. I was used to endometriosis pain. I was used to that pain. I was used to pain in my lower stomach, in my uterus. It's a different ball game when it's up high. Not saying, I guess it's like I told Timmy, my husband, I said, I'm not so saying that it's worse, but it's different, and different pain always hurts worse because it is different. So I finally got sent home on a full liquid diet, which means now I was able to make me some homemade vegetable soup. I just had to run it through the strainer, and it was so good. But I only got probably 4 or 5 bites in. I'm still being able to drink okay. To the point where I'm able to drink so much okay that this morning I was supposed to take my pills 5 minutes apart. This morning, because I slept a little later than I was expecting, I took 3 pills back to back to back, which means I took 3 big sips back to back to back. And I didn't throw up. I wasn't in just ungodly pain, but I was like, I shouldn't have done that. So, and as far as what I'm eating, I told you I've got the homemade vegetable soup. I think I filled this halfway full. Yeah, I've had more than 5 bites, but it's cold now. I've been eating on it for so long. And I recommend buying like little cups. This is the smallest cup we have in my house. It's my daughter's, beside the sippy cup. And I filled this like a quarter of the way full of decaf tea, and I sweetened it with Splenda because I'm allowed to do that. So I was able to still kind of have my sweet tea, which helps. I will say that when I got into a regular room at the hospital, they switched me from water to Crystal Light. That was a game changer for me getting my drinks down, because I hate water. I hated water before, still hate water. So Crystal Light made it so much easier to go down, and I was just like taking shots of Crystal Light. Like, I loved it. And so Crystal Light and my sweet tea is still my saving grace, helping me get my liquids in. But I have been sipping on some Gatorade Zeros as well. I went ahead and bought sugar-free puddings, some sugar-free applesauce, and some skim milk, because they told me I could like water down or skim milk down puddings. I could water down applesauce. As long as it went through a fine mesh strainer, I could have it. No pureeing. So like I can't force anything to fit, if that makes sense. But I can like water things down till it gets to that liquid consistency. So haven't had any of those things yet, but that's been my plan. I'd meet with a nutritionist on the 23rd, so that'll be 10 days post-op. And I don't know what we're going to talk about, probably checking in how I'm handling foods. And I have an in-office visit the 26th, and so I'll probably do a check-in after that. Have not weighed myself, because there's no point in weighing myself. I'm only 3 days post-op. I'm probably still full of air and fluids and all kind of stuff, so not weighing myself yet. And my stomach is really sore, but I'm awake, and I'll be honest with you, I slept for like 2 days straight. I'm awake. I don't hurt when I'm laying here. I only hurt when I sit up and when I first stand up, and then I have to just kind of shuffle around the house. So I was really hoping to be one of those people that was like, did they even do the surgery? I'm not, but I'm definitely doing better than some. So this is just my little check-in, and I will check in again soon.